Welcome back, everybody, and tonight in the Sunday Spotlight, we are playing Break Chronicles, a rather interesting little hybrid of... It plays a little bit like a JRPG, but it's structured like a roguelite. Like, obviously, we're going for some, like, loose similarities to stuff like Chrono Trigger and other stuff, the SNES-era. The underlying gameplay is a little more complicated, and it does a lot of smart things with the way you develop your characters and the way the plot actually unfolds. So there actually is both a story mode and just a play through the roguelite stuff mode. We'll be sticking with this for now. I just want to show off what it is that it actually does right. I haven't gotten too far into it. I sort of got a little bit sidetracked on Void Bastards, but there's a lot of smart decisions with the way that it approaches the scenario encounters, and there's some interesting little wrinkles with the plot too. In fact, they sort of hit the ground running. So yeah, what the hell? We'll go through the tutorial. Sort of have to refresh my memory here. So yeah, Miss Brain Problems there introduced me to this game, and I quite like what it's doing. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on. Anyway, Claire Quinn's log, entry number 204. So she's doing some Doc Brown stuff at her garage. Previous power surge issues have been addressed. Particle chamber is primed. Basically about to fire up the Stargate that she built herself. All tests passed, the control system is ready to go. Initializing startup sequence. Power profile is steady. Particles are rapidly multiplying. Amazing! Reaction is building. Science is happening! Protag is Canadian, officially best Protag. Fair enough. You were right, Granddad. It is possible. Good to see you, Branch. Wait, the particles are still multiplying. Power profile is increasing. This shouldn't be possible. Somehow this unregistered science experiment I'm doing in my home is going out of control. Have to shut down the reaction. Cutting power. Power has been cut, but the reaction's still going. Ongoing. It's self-sustaining, but how? The portal's emitting a visible energy. Oh no, the control system is offline. I have to stop the reaction somehow. Possibly by going back in time to stop it. I'm gonna try venting the particle chamber. Chamber's empty, but the reaction is still growing. I can see something through the portal. Someone? Hey, Zero. Hello? Is that... Always inspect portals in arm's reach, kids. You absolutely for sure want to get close to the thing that's spiraling out of control. So anyway, we are now in the void of time and space. I was right, she's here. She just got here by the looks of it. Passed out. Claire. Claire, you need to get up. What happened? Where am I? Is this the portal? Who are you? Why do you look so familiar? Oh. Okay, I'm just gonna come out and say this, because I know you can handle it. My name is Claire Quinn. I'm you. Well, another version of you. Another version of me? Listen, I know you have a lot of questions, and I will answer them. But for now, we need to go. The cult is likely tracking us. Cult? Yep, these guys. Right on cue. Get ready for a fight. Luckily, I've got some friends on the way. Take this pistol. I made it from drone parts. Yeah, we're like a few minutes into this, and already we're in a gunfight in space, working alongside ourselves. The Cult of the 12 Monkeys. Okay, so pay attention to the meters on the left. That's actually essentially a turn meter, and a big gameplay element is managing the flow of actions, doing things that can give your players, give your team extra turns, and deny turns to the enemy. So essentially it's an ATB system, but you'll be taking a lot of actions that control the flow of combat. Some people have an innate connection to that energy. They can manipulate it to do some amazing things. What about you, or me? Can we do that? We're different somehow, or at least I am. I've been able to take advantage, though, with a bit of science. Hey, we got some friends. Nice of you guys to show up. Ha! The champ ain't gonna miss a fight. Alright, let's take it to them. Zeke is a strong brawler. He should be up front. I'm gonna swap places with him. So yeah, this is showing off that formation and placement are very important in a fight. Your front line and your back line. Your back line is obviously more protected, but requires ranged attacks to get the most effectiveness out of them. So like I said, we're dealing with stuff that is clearly inspired by SNES RPGs, a lot of stuff like Final Fantasy VI, Chrono Trigger, and such, but they're doing more with the combat, and it is keeping in mind the placement and abilities that each character has. Backlight in the back is going to be a problem. The drone is in the way, so we can't reach melee range. Exactly, yeah, so your melee attacks can't hit it, so you can either blast him directly or deal with the drone first. You should be able to hit him with your pistol. So Claire has a ranged attack. So we're gonna take a shot at him. Alright, so skill command, use your pistol. Done. Nice shot. Alright, yeah. White Show just dabbed on that drone. The computer's controlling the actions of the other three characters. For the moment, I'm only controlling Claire. Claire Prime, I should say. Okay, Zeke's clothesline attack does stun damage, designated by the icon. Stun damage stops the target's turn. Exactly, yeah. So you're going to find attacks that can slow the enemy down or stop them entirely, buying time for the rest of you to shut them down. At least you thought to carry your pistol with her before sticking your head in the portal. Right. Well, I think, Claire Sr. gave us the gun, is the thing. But, you know, I think we can still take credit for that, because it is us in the future. Or other dimension. You handled yourself well, Claire. I knew you would. Thanks, but I'm still not sure what's going on. Who are you people? Okay, quick introductions. This is Zeke. You probably know me as the 5-time champ. Right, this is the champ. I'm Wen Shou, monk of Shaolin. I can help you find the path you seek, if you would accept help. And to make things less confusing, why don't we just call me Quinn for now? Right, yeah. Future her gave her the gun made from drone parts. All our Claire brought with us was Canadian politeness and gumption. We need to get moving before more cultists show up. Get moving? There's nowhere to go. We're floating in the middle of space. Did you forget about our portal tech so quickly? Hope your stomach is prepared, because here we go. Claire, can you hear me? Claire? Yes, I can hear you. What's happening? I can't see anything. Can't feel my body. Am I even speaking, or is this just in my head? I was right. We have a direct mental connection. It's going to be very useful. Okay, listen. This is in your mind. Your consciousness is in transit between portals, in what I call conduit space. Time will feel like it's passing here, but this is all happening in nanoseconds. Wait, you say you can read my mind? Well, we can talk to each other. I'm not sure what else we can do. Usually I have no way to communicate with the others in conduit space. I thought this might happen when I found you. Now, I need you to relax and concentrate. With a little effort, you'll be able to visualize the conduits. Alright, I'll give it a try. Alright. Are these the connection between portals? Yes, I knew you would understand once you saw it. So here's the roguelite aspect of this game. We essentially move from point to point on a series of lines, and at each one we'll have a different encounter. It might be another battle like the one we just got away from, it might be a story encounter, we might find a recruitable NPC. There's various things to go. FTL offers a quick comparison, and there are other games that do this as well, but basically we're in a JRPG format, but we'll be going through this for the structure of the game. Every portal has an entrance and at least one exit. With a little concentration, we can choose our path through the conduits. There's only one path from this portal. Can you see it? Try to guide us there, Claire. Do we know what's on the other end of the conduit? What if there's something dangerous? We can't always be sure what's there, but with a little help from our scanning tech, we can at least detect certain things of interest. We don't have much of a choice, in any case, so just see if you can guide us. Alright, navigate to and enter the next connection. Got it. Yeet! Hey, that guy looks familiar. So it looks like we landed in a cultist outpost. There's gonna be more of them this time. Wait, why can't we just portal out of here? We're not going anywhere. The cult can block my portals at close range. Yeah, get ready for another fight. So yeah, that looks like Zeke. Is he another version like you and me? Yes, but our Zeke is the real Zeke, so to speak. That sounds exactly like what a clone would say. That is a cultist-controlled husk body. Don't trust it. Husk body? That sounds terrifying. It is a bit terrifying, but there's probably worse. You're gonna see a lot of strange stuff here, Claire. That's the understatement of the century. Yeah, so you can see the different attacks they're making hit different lines and rows and have different shapes to them. Again, my mind goes to Chrono Trigger, but in this case you actually have control over which party members are where they're positioned and what's... Like, you don't get to move around the battlefield physically, but by placing characters in certain rows and configurations, you can control which characters are exposed to which attack. Exactly. Good old timey-wimey bullshit. Anyway, you're going to need more than just that pistol. Here, take this toolkit. There should be some things in there you can use. Claire now has access to a new skill. Many skills require MP to use, or have limited uses per fight. MP uses are restored after every battle, so don't be afraid to use them. So this I like. Every time you travel from one node to another, you completely regenerate... I believe it regenerates HP as well. But yeah, your MP regenerates after a fight, so you're kind of encouraged to go all out to finish the enemy off quickly. You don't need to worry too much about hoarding stuff, and can just sort of use whatever tactics you prefer to get the fight over with. Anyway... Let's use this here. Okay, so we got the laser kit. Heals an ally for 400 to 500. Looks like everybody's doing okay, so I think we can just stick with the attack here. And we'll take a shot at the guy in the back here. Don't worry, I can take the heat. So yeah, Zeke's doing a taunt. That'll get enemies to focus on him. And it's also a bonus action, so that doesn't end his turn. So they're going with a more complicated and more detailed moveset than you usually get in your standard JRPG. There's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of emphasis on controlling the flow of battle, directing attacks to sturdier party members, and protecting your more vulnerable ones while they do a lot of the damage. Yeah, things I don't miss in a JRPG. Mana depletion, exactly. Zeke, even the champ could use some help. I think I should show you some of that tech I mentioned. Time here is malleable, among other things. Using Quinn particles, I can slow them down. Quinn particles? You named the particles after yourself? I actually named them after Granddad. But hey, we discovered them, didn't we? I call this Time Break tech. Ready? Ah, time for a title drop. I'm still finding new ways to use particles. I'm hoping you can help me, Claire. So yeah, that's essentially protagonist power. There's a limit on the number of particles we have access to, but they essentially allow you to do unique status debuffs and other actions on the enemy that the enemy cannot do to you. Like I said, yeah, time breaks techs can manipulate time in various ways, and there are many techs to discover. They require particles to power, but can be very effective. Each time you use a time break tech, that tech's particle cost will increase for the rest of the mission. So you're sort of encouraged to use them sparingly. Alright. Let's give Zeke some help here. There you go, have a band-aid, you're good to go. Now you note that the icons change, or the name on the enemy menu there changes to yellow as they take more damage, and then to red as they get closer to dying. So there's lots of really nice visual indicators that make it very clear who's under what debuffs, who's close to dying. Everything here is solid visually and communicates all the information you need to play the game effectively. Okay, there's a time break trigger in your toolkit. Put one of them into stasis. Alright. Select the break option to put an enemy into stasis. Got it. Alright, so let us shut down enemy Zeke here. Nice job, Claire. Alright, fellas, let's finish this fight. Way ahead of you, sister. Nice! Now, you'll note that defeating the enemy didn't remove them from the battlefield. There's a skull with the 3 icon over there. That applies to you as well. Basically, if someone goes down, you have time to get them back up from the field. It's a little like how it works in stuff like... actually, kind of like in Solasta, which Eyes and I are playing, where you've got time to get an enemy... You've got time to get someone off the ground if they've died, but after a few rounds, they are finally taken out of the fight. Did you know you can speed up or slow down battle animations? Got it, yes. Default animation speed, so yeah, play at your own pace. This game is very user-friendly and does a lot of nice things. And actually, you can see here, you have time to choose an option. The gauges are not constantly filling, so you don't need to worry too much about making snap decisions. So let us... let's see, Zeke is almost dead, so let's finish him off. There we go. Alright. Let's keep the pressure on, get this last one down. Now, as a consequence of the way the encounters are designed, I wouldn't say there are a lot of filler enemies you can easily defeat. Like you can see there, we had the Acolyte down to red, but then he healed himself back up to white. So there's some enemies you can quickly overwhelm, but for the most part, encounters are designed to be fairly complicated affairs that will require at least some use of abilities and some use of tactics. So because you're not running around a zone with random encounters, the individual counters you have are more meaningful, which I kind of like that. It fits well with the roguelite format. Okay, there's a signal on the scanner a couple jumps ahead. We can make use of that relic those guys had when we get back to town. Town? It's a safe space we've set up where we keep our supplies. We've taken to just calling it the town. Wait, about that time break tech, where are you getting the particles? It took me months to gather enough just for one portal test. Gwyn particles are abundant in and around all portals. I can easily gather some whenever we travel through a portal in conduit space. We also take turns gathering small amounts in and around portals connected to town. Now, we've got a rescue to get to. Everybody ready? Say Bogo's minted his style to Doc Brown. Oh, I think we can give that a try. I don't really do old man voices very well, but Bogo's binted! I don't know. It's honestly been a while since I've seen the Back to the Future movies. Alright, you need to get the hang of this. Guide us to the next portal, Claire. I'm trying to think of how he says, Great Scott! Thanks. There's only one Christopher Lloyd. Like, I was actually kind of surprised to see he was still making movies. He was in Nobody a while back, which is that not John Wick movie made by the guy that made John Wick, with, like, Bob Odenkirk as the lead in there. He plays kind of the dude's dad who, like, joins in one of the action scenes and such. It was fun. It was a good movie. What is this? It's like I can feel the sun's heat, but I can't see it. To be honest, I'm not completely sure of the nature of these spaces. They're like small pockets of our universe injected in this one. They have a signal like a portal, but I don't know where they come from. Could it be a link back to our universe? Maybe a way to get back home? My experiments so far say no, but I can't be completely sure just yet. Perhaps we can figure it out together. In any case, looks like there might be something useful over here. Let's see if there's anything in that metal chest. Nice! Alright, so we got some stuff. We got some disintegration bombs, a medicine, a revive. So not every point is going to have a fight. Sometimes it's just stuff you find there that can help you. As mentioned, sometimes it's a plot encounter or another hero you can rescue. We'll get to that in a bit. A bomb! 2 bombs! Rescue signal I picked up as our next hop. You should be able to sense it. Who are we rescuing? Remember how I mentioned that some people have an innate connection to the energy of this place? Excuse me. I'm able to scan the conduit space for consciousness with that connection. It's a strong particle signal. I don't know exactly who we will come across, but they're likely being imprisoned by the cultist. We will use all the help we can get. Now, guide us to the next portal. This will all start to make more sense, I promise. Yeah, I like how we've got what appear to be Moonanites flying around in the background. This is a very SNES depiction of the void of time and space. Looks like all that's here is in this building. My guess is a rescue is locked up inside. Yeah, it's magnetically sealed. One of those bombs we picked up should do the trick. So this is another recurring gameplay element, that sometimes the stuff you use will have... I can't talk today. Sometimes the stuff you pick up will have specific uses at nodes, and without it, you'll have to just pass that node by. So there is a slight resource management aspect to this game as well. But it's more about your inventory than about character stats and such. Although you do a fair bit of character building as well. Again, we'll get to that later. I don't know how I ended up in there, but I owe you something for helping me out. I believe they do, yes. I have no coin, but I can offer my services as a ranger. You may call me Iana. I'll take you up on that offer, Iana. Call me Quinn. Come on, let's get you out of here. Quinn, I think you better come out here. Damn it, I knew this was too good to be true. You battle ready, Iana? We're gonna need you. I hold my bow at the ready. Alright. Iana has a big-ass pet wolf there to help. There's a summon pet she calls Kana. Summon characters like Kana are AI controlled. Summons cannot be targeted by enemies or allies, and cannot save you from a team wipe if everybody else is down. Puppy! Each hero can only have one summon active at a time for the party slot they occupy. Our captors are here, Kana. Ready to fight? So yeah, Kana is essentially a force multiplier, just extra damage on the field. Now that we have Iana with us, we could probably use some more muscle up front. Claire, you're younger. You can do more with this than me. Take my armor pack. Just flip the switch and hit the button. We'll manifest heavy armor from the energy around us. So this is another significant element here. The main character has different forms that she goes through and can get different abilities from the party members she travels with. So yeah, has the ability to transform into her heavy armor form. Transforming grants a free turn, so you can transform and act at the same time. So I can transform, then shift to the free spot in the front row. Done. Alright. Trying to put on our Iron Man suit, which we made in a cave with scrap. Forward we go. Transforming will change Claire's attributes and available skills. Use it to make up for missing elements in your party. Onward! Hey, Octal, good to see you. This is Break Chronicles. It's an interesting little JRPG roguelite. We're going through the tutorial right now, just showing off the various systems and how combat works. Doing pretty good. How's it going tonight? Good, good. Why don't we try using that other bomb we picked up? Oh, Zero called it. So yeah, the bombs we had have both, like, scenario use and battle use. Items you find can often be used to solve problems like blowing open doors, but they can also shift the tide of battle when skills aren't enough. Select the item option, throw the disintegration bomb at the enemy to hit them all at once. Done! There you go. Give him the D-bomb! If only there was some place where the game... you know, someone asked, I'm in the mood to... I enjoy summarizing for people just tuning in, so it's not a huge problem. Anyway, we need to be careful not to take too long. I'm not sure how we can keep up with the instability that's been building. So you might have noticed the instability gauge at the top right that goes on the longer we fight, and I believe that sticks until the end of the run. So yeah, the longer the battle goes on, the more unstable the surrounding space-time will become, as indicated by the instability tracker in the upper right. As instability increases, damage dealt by both you and your enemies will also increase. This can work forward against you, so keep a watch on the count. So yeah, the longer fights go on, the more damage everybody does, and the more risky every encounter becomes. So like I said, there's a lot of interesting little moving parts to this that distinguish the battle system from anything else I've played. It's like I said, it's superficially familiar if you played a lot of RPGs from the SNES or like early PS1 era, but it's doing enough interesting things on its own that we'll just go ahead and power fist this guy. It's doing enough interesting things to distinguish itself that I don't think it is copying anything so much as kind of making it a homage to things. It's definitely striking its own identity in the way combat works, the sort of story it's telling. And I like overall the way it feels on a turn-by-turn basis. There's a lot of fun things you can do, both in combat and the way you build your party. Yeah, bleeding robots, exactly. Well, it's like how damage over time works on literally anything in Final Fantasy XIV, even if it's something like you're casting a spell that explicitly denies the enemy oxygen, except it's a thing that doesn't actually breathe, that kind of thing. Anyway, everyone, this is Iana. She'll be joining us. At your service, and gratitude for your assistance. We can do more formal introductions later. Right now, we need to go while we still can. Agreed, I am ready. We should probably think about our battle plan and make sure everybody's on the same page. You might want to keep that armor handy. You can change Claire's default form and rearrange the party's formation. Among other things, you have party menu, blah blah, etc. Oop, party menu. Here we go. This is the party menu, where you can modify your party, save and suspend the game, and access your game options. The transform option allows you to change Claire's starting battle form. Formation allows you to rearrange the party's starting battle formation. So some of this stuff is fairly intuitive, but there's enough interesting little quirks in the way that the character building works that you want to kind of pay attention to the tutorial here. Like I said, they are genuinely doing some different things here in addition to presenting an otherwise typical battle system. They're doing enough to throw someone that was literally raised on these games. Anyway, you may have noticed your party members have an icon over them, indicating that they have skill points available to spend. The skills option allows you to view and level up a hero's skills. Feel free to investigate the other options to learn and customize your strategy. Also, the scanner is showing a safe space ahead where we can rest up a bit. When you're ready, guide us there and we can chat some more. Alright, so the skills menu lets you modify and view a hero's skills that can have 8 skills active at a time. Some heroes, mainly Claire, have more than 8 skills available. You can swap out certain skills for others by selecting the skill you want to change. So yeah, the heroes are more or less set in their skills, whereas Claire is able to sort of modify her tools based on what party members you have and what role you'd like her to be. So select the skill to get more information about it. So yeah, Wensho here, it fits kind of the standard monk build where it's a combination of physical attacks and personal buffs. One interesting thing about the skills in this game is it's not necessarily a linear damage increase. Yeah, punch. You can level up a skill here using skill points or encyclopedia items you find in your adventures. They can be earned by gaining enough XP winning battles, defeating bosses, or by completing hero-specific quests. You can view a hero's quest list via the quest option in the party menu. So in addition to just gaining experience, each character has their own personal tasks they'd like to complete as part of the mission. It might be defeating a certain number of enemies, it might be joining a party, and if they're a healer, maybe resurrecting a party member X number of times. But back to the skills. So it's like I said, it's not just a linear damage increase. In this case, it actually increases the number of times that attack hits. Inner Peace, it says it reduces the MP damage taken, it reduces their stamina cost when traveling. So these skills do more interesting things when you level them up besides just making them more powerful. So there's a lot of interesting ways that characters gain new abilities when they level up. So yeah, this Trance improves his defense. Acrobatics adds an extra chance to try to dodge. We'll level up counterattack. He'll take a fair bit of damage. There we go. Zeke, what do you have, friend? Let's see. One debuff. Yeah, we'll upgrade our Power Fist. Why not? Alright. We'll go ahead and save here. What? Did I select exit and... Okay, now here we go. So it was like a save and exit thing. I was gonna say, yeah. That was a bit surprising. Anyway, onward to the camp. Which looks an awful lot like the rest of the space here. This should be a good place to set up camp for a bit. Can't the cult track us? Shouldn't we keep moving? No, I scouted this spot out specifically with the scanner. There's a lot of particle radiation here, making it difficult to track. Yo, I can work with this. Just let me find a spot to stretch out. Some time to meditate, I will again be at full strength. Okay, let's get out the camp supplies and set up. We have to rest like this from time to time. Traveling through conduit space tends to sap one's energy quickly. I don't feel tired at all, and actually feel more energized than ever. Interesting. Well, we have some time, and I said I would answer your questions. Fire away, I'll answer what I can. You said you were another version of me. I think I'm starting to understand, but what exactly did you mean? I'm you, but not exactly an older version of you, or from your future. I haven't figured out everything yet, but from what I gather, this place is some sort of nexus for different universes or timelines. I'm from a different timeline than you, different universe. So yeah, we're getting some Quantum Leap stuff in addition to Back to the Future and every other fun little sci-fi trope. I finished my portal project with the university at the age of 51. I'm guessing you're no older than 30? I'm 24. I built my portal generator in the garage. 24? When I was 24, I was still working on my master's. And in your garage? How in the world did you afford the supplies? Granddad left me a lot of money. He was CEO for many years. I didn't get along well at the university. A lot of small minds there. So does that mean Zeke and the Husk we encountered earlier from different timelines as well? Hey, Kirby! Ooh, exercise break, huh? Alright, well, you know, in the spirit of... Why not? Since we got Zeke here, let's do some squats. Drunken push-ups. Oh, man. That's dangerous there. Anyway. For those who have that connection to this place I mentioned earlier, there appears to be only one consciousness for all versions. The body you see over there is one of many Zeke bodies from other timelines. Hey, Ivory. Good to see you. Sorry, a little out of breath there. When he, and others like him, travels the conduit space, his consciousness is the only thing that travels. It seems to manifest a body from the timeline to satisfy the mind's need for a physical form. Other bodies are being used by the cultists, but controlled by another consciousness. And that's why you call them husks. I think I understand. The existence of some place like this is not entirely unexpected, I suppose. Who are these cultists anyway? What do they want? Just a second, gotta grab something here. Yeah, assuming direct control. Yeah, that'll happen. That kinda, yeah, what we're dealing with here. So yeah, we're dealing with some multiverse stuff, and the enemy has access to a lot of the same characters we do, which appear to be drawn from different versions of real-world Earth. At least that's kind of what's implied here. They don't really come out and state it that I know of. Anyway, we still don't know. I know they have portal technology like us. They also seem to be able to kidnap connected people directly from their timelines. The cult is clearly using their bodies and abilities, but to what end? I don't know. They're definitely not happy when we rescue people, like we just did with Iana. Well, there must be some reason. Something they're after. We'll figure it out. Two of me working on a problem? Piece of cake. Hey, Kren. No, it's all good. Good to see you. Did you get that problem sorted out with Celesta? Wait, does this mean there could be more Claires out there? You found me, after all. There could be. I don't know. In all honesty, I've been searching for your signal for a long time. If there were more of us, it would more likely not be easy to find them. There's no more questions for now. We should try and get some rest. Alright, I'll try my best. All heroes, except for Claire, will lose stamina for each step traveled through conduit space. Lowered stamina results in lowered stats, HP, and MP. Current stamina levels can be viewed in the party menu. Stamina can be restored by camping or using certain items. So yeah, our heroes will basically run out of gas the longer they're traveling along the point, so it's important to rest up or swap them out when we get to certain town events. Bit a few more times, we figured out it's actually part of the game and a bug. Yeah, go figure. Yeah, Eyes and I had some similar issues where the combat would sort of desync with where one or the other of us would disconnect, and basically it would just look like a single-player game all of a sudden, except nothing was actually happening. Kinda weird. I suspect the netcode in there isn't quite up to snuff. It's a shame, because yeah, we are having a good time with the co-op stuff. Anyway, everyone feeling better? Oh yeah, back in top form and ready to move. Alright, let's head out. Alright, we've experienced time-space distortion. Time Break Technician. All allies. Break techs cost 25% fewer particles. Did you feel that? Sometimes we experience distortions in space-time when exiting a portal. Distortions can affect the energy of our current bodies in various ways. Sometimes they help us, sometimes they don't. There's really no way to change or remove their effects other than returning to town, so let's just move along. You done stealth? It was stealth for me. Fail a roll, but to me, succeed. Yeah. We didn't quite have that exactly, but I kind of know what you mean. So yeah, I think there's occasionally still some issues with co-op. Anyway, we're in luck. A confluence crystal. These form at areas of concentrated particle energy. We can use it to boost the signal back to town and siphon off some particles at the same time. Boost the signal? Like we can talk to the town? I can activate a beacon requesting reinforcement and allowing a portal to our position. I have a feeling we could use a sixth member for our group. So these things will basically let us bat phone home and get potentially new party members or swap people out if they're needed. I've come to pray for health and vitality in the aid of your quest. The Sisters of Restora will always provide help to those who ask. This is Lydia, priestess of the Sisters of Restora. She can treat wounds and boost vitality. So, classic healer. Got it. Thank you for joining us. Let's grab those particles and be on our way while we can. Yeah, it is basically, like I said, stylistically, it absolutely is aping the older style of, like, Final Fantasy, Chrono Trigger, other games of that era. But the way it is structured, the way that combat shakes out, definitely feels more modern. Feels like a bit more considered, and they're trying to do something a little bit more interesting. Yeah, welcome, White Mage. Exactly. Let's see. Heal all party members for focus. Attributes. Outright increase. Is an ally for 0.8 focus. We'll do the team heal. Why not? Yeah, that's what happened to us too. Eyes didn't actually disconnect, but it just seemed like the game suddenly dropped one of us. Well, Claire Quinn. Uh-oh. They've got us. Like the other version of us. I've been waiting for you, and here you are. Waiting for me? Who are you? I assumed you would know me by now. Apparently you're not as smart as we thought. We know quite a bit about you. I doubt you know anything about me. Oh? You might be surprised. For one, you're not supposed to be here. But we're going to fix that little problem right now. I would like to thank you for your portal technology, however. Your research has been very useful to us. Once we set up enough anchors, just like this one, we'll have stable access to your universes. You helped make that possible, Claire. You should be proud. The Ancient should be able to extract the rest of your knowledge. Your friends here are inconsequential. My brothers will make short work of them. Let her go. Oh, you're feisty, aren't you? I'm not familiar with her, Claire. Maybe I should be. Perhaps you can provide a challenge for my brothers? They could use the experience. I'm sure you'll make a great new husk once you're incapacitated. Come on over here and find out, chump. We have what we came for. Let's go, brothers. Get ready, everyone. Let's beat these guys and get Quinn back. Alright. So, in standard JRPG form, our mentor figure has been taken out of the action for now. And we got us a pretty nasty fight here. Okay, Claire's the new group leader. You have full control of all party members in the battle. Alright. Now, if I recall right, I don't think we can actually win this, but we need to endure long enough. But let's see here. So, let's focus up. Chakra, long-term delay. Yeah, we'll do a Zen trance, why not? Something strange happening to me. It's like I could feel the energy of this place. I could see new memories, like another life. I feel like there is something. Someone attached to me. They want to help us. Alright. So Claire now has another form altogether. She's got like a melee martial arts form of her own. You've learned from me, but how? Claire has discovered a connection to other universes and alternate lives. She's unlocked the ability to transform into a scavenger form, which is strong against mechanical enemies. There are other forms she can discover, each with strengths, weaknesses, and special skills. She's also learned how to borrow skills from other heroes. Every hero you rescue provides a skill to one of Claire's forms. You choose the skills you like from the party menu or in town. So essentially, our party members double as materia for Claire, and in this form, she can actually get the abilities of others. So yeah, she'll try using Eagle Eye, followed by Pincushion to quickly dispatch important targets. Got it. So she's all ready for her next fight. Try putting her blessing on your damage dealer to help empower their attacks. Done. Put that on Zeke. There you go. Your currently selected hero has a status effect applied to them by a skill or distortion. It can either be good or bad and affect characters. Yes, I do know how status effect works, thank you. You can learn more about the source of the effect and what it does by pressing status info or the menu button. So yeah, this is actually kind of nice. Again, you can take a closer look at characters, see what stats they're under, and the specifics of whatever abilities they are currently active. So again, this game does a very good job of conveying need-to-know information and letting you dig as deep as you need to make an informed decision. So, let's see. Lydia. Let's see. Is anybody taking damage yet? I don't think so. So, Word, Blessing, Renewal. We'll put on a heal over time. Why not? We'll put it on Claire. Alright. Now, let's see. Deals 1 power damage, transform, time charge. Yeah, you know what? That sounds fun. Throw this out there. Just calmly plant this bomb in the middle of the fight. Why not? Alright, make sure in Zen Trance, a strong buff that gains access to his powerful 4 pillars. Got it! Alright, so we get one of these abilities here. We'll go Burning Fist. A bomb, exactly. Now here's a good demonstration of the range in this, the limitations of range in this game. So Wensho can only attack the front line, but can only attack these 2 characters here with his particular skill. So again, placement of your characters is actually a significant element of gameplay, which is not really something that came up a lot in older JRPGs. Like, you had front row and back row stuff, and that was about as deep as it went. So, again, this game's doing a lot of interesting things on top of just styling itself like older games. Alright. Specializes in taunting enemies to focus on him. Done. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. The enemies gain a stack of resist, as denoted by the medicine icon of their status effect list. Resist stats block 1 incoming dispellable debuff effect each, and are then consumed. Can stack up to 3 times. Certain hero skills, relics, or distortion can get your allies resist stacks as well. Be on the lookout. Alright. Now. Oh! So yeah, like I said, not a lot of cannon fodder enemies in the game. There are some fights you will learn to trivialize, but everything in here has some specific strategies that can make them easier to deal with, and aren't necessarily pushovers. Like, there's no real way, I don't think there's any way to really grind on an enemy, or a particular route. So you're not going to be having a lot of the same fights over and over. Anyway, let's see. So Eagle Eye is up. Pincushion, Split Arrow. Yeah, we'll pincushion this guy here. Nice. Good damage. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go ahead and heal the party. One back down. Ooh, we got a shot at the Acolyte there. Start working him over. I can hear you. Are you alright? We're being attacked by cultists. They have some scary giant mechs. I'm alright. Been helped by some new friends, I think. Still not sure what to think of them. Something about your mind feels different. Has something happened? Yeah, I've realized some things about the energy of this place. I'll show you when I see you again. Okay, now I'm curious. Hang on, we're about to get you out of there. Get ready to portal out and meet some new people. Hang on, everyone. Quinn's okay. She's about to get us out of here. See you later, chumps. Alright, so who are these clowns? What happened? You look different. I don't quite know how to describe it. I felt it, Quinn. The energy of this place. It was like something deep down in my soul, begging to be let out. Then I just let it happen. My body changed, and I was filled with new knowledge. Amazing! Maybe you're more connected to this place than I thought. I never felt anything like that. I just assumed you were like me. What happened to you? It seemed like they had captured you. Well, I seem to have made some new friends. They intercepted me mid-portal, and they brought you here by using this confluence crystal. I suppose we owe them some thanks then. Who are they? We're former brothers of the ancient cult. We brought you here because I believe our interests overlap and we can help each other. Thank you for helping us, but please forgive me if I don't fully trust you. Understandable. I hope we can earn your trust in time. Can you at least give me your name? I no longer have one, by will of the cult, nor do my brothers. If you must, you may call me Gray. Yeah, that's gonna simplify things. I'm assuming you know the man you rescued us from. What did he want with Quinn? Yes, that man was Zendros. He leads the ancient cult, so to speak. The cult is interested in your friend for two reasons. First, she does not belong here. Her connection to this realm is weak, yet she survives. In actuality, she thrives. I suspect the cult would like to find out why. Second, they want every bit of knowledge she has on portals. They will attempt to acquire everything they can to further their plans. Plans? Why do I get the feeling I won't like these plans? Your feeling is well-founded. The cult is misguided. They serve the will of the Ancient, a being that exists beyond our space and time. They seek to provide it with unlimited access to all our universes. If the Ancient succeeds in its plans, I fear for the very existence of life. You know, I wouldn't have believed you a few days ago, but from what I've seen, why would these cultists want to help this ancient being if it's so bad? They believe it to be benevolent, at least to them. Zendros believes the faithful will be elevated to a godlike existence. Damn it, Cthulhu, quite. Granted control over an entire universe and do with as they please. And you? Why would you leave the cult if you could become a god? An entity that powerful cannot be trusted. I believe the Ancient is deceitful. If it can grant godlike power, why does it need our help? I only realized this in a sudden moment of clarity near a confluence crystal like this one. It is possible the Ancient is influencing the cultist minds. There's a lot to process, but it makes sense based on what I've seen. I believe him. I think they're trustworthy. It isn't Cthulhu, it's Stan. Damn it! See, this is what happened. We kicked Stan out of Cult of the Lamb, and now he's bothering other games. We must remain hidden. Zendros would very much like to find us. For now, our paths must part. You will see us again when the time is right. We will do our best to provide help when we can, but you must be careful. The cult will come for you again. Some things to think about, for sure. Yeah, maybe you should lay low for a while if they're looking for you. You might be right. They seem to know where I was going to be, and when. In any case, we can return to town from here. We can talk more there when we're safe. Okay, I'm ready. Alright, completed your mission, can now return to the town. Congratulations. Any relics, books, or particles collected during the mission will be added during your permanent inventory and can be accessed in town. Other items are lost, space-time distortion effects are removed. So essentially, yeah, we're refreshed once we get back to town, and we have survived a run. So welcome to our little town. We're still working on improvements, but we set up some places to work, relax, and do research. Where did these buildings come from? These created by particles? You guessed it. Like I said, this place is made of almost pure energy. Quinn particles allow me to use that energy to pull matter from other universes. I've created these buildings over time to serve our needs, but we're going to need more resources to face Zendros and the cult. If I collect enough particles and new allies, I should be able to manifest some upgrades or even new buildings. So what's the best way to get particles? I hope you're not going to say go back out into conduit space, because we know the cult is looking for you. Yes, unfortunately, particles are most abundant in conduit space and around confluence crystals. However, I do have an idea. We know the cult's looking for me, but they're not looking for you. With your newly discovered ability, I think you're ready to lead some missions in my stead to collect the particles. We can communicate via our mind link, and I can help guide you. The others can help you too. What do you think? I'm a little unsure. I just got here and barely know what's going on. But I suppose we don't have much of a choice, do we? Okay, where do I start? Start by checking out the town. Take a look around and see what we're up to here. So yeah, we got a little home base here, and we'll be able to revisit and upgrade it throughout the game. There's a set of progress meter to keep track of what we need to improve the town. Whenever we need rescue somebody or train a skill, it will increase. When you're ready, head to the portal to the center of the town, and I'll guide you there for your first mission. Right. So yeah, little things we can use to... gathering place for all your heroes to rescue. You view available heroes and access their skills from here. You can also see which skills Claire is borrowing from other unlocked heroes and swap them here as well. So, this game has a huge cast of characters. There are a couple here we haven't tried yet. It appears to go on for 3 acts, each of which have their own unique characters, in addition to the wanderers that can be found anywhere. So there's a large number of people you can potentially deploy in your parties, and concordantly, a large number of skills you can potentially grab for Claire or deploy or find interesting combos with. So there's a ton of content for this game. Let's see, vending machine. What's that doing here? We're not actually sure how it got here or how it gets restocked. Just sort of showed up one day. We run into them from time to time out in Conduit space as well. They seem to be set up by someone or something that calls itself Kikuko. It definitely has a fascination with Quinn particles. I don't know why, but the machines do sometimes have interesting items to trade. Kikuko has treasures. You trade shinies? Choose! This might be a reference that I'm missing out on. If you want to trade, you can transfer particles into the slot in the front of the machine. So yeah, as you can see, they're taking a very breezy, very quick tone to the plot of the game, getting the important things out of the way so they can sort of get to the meat and potatoes of gameplay. There's some interesting stuff going on with Claire and the nature of the multiverse, but it's... I haven't gotten far enough in to say whether it takes any particularly creative twists or not. Like, we're getting into some very basic... Evil cosmic thing invades the universe, has deluded some human servants into being your primary enemies of the game. The main thrust of the plot is to defeat them and figure out what it is the Ancient really wants and find a way to stop it. So yeah, it's probably not going to be taking a lot of surprises here, but there's an efficiency to it that I like. It gets you into gameplay fairly quickly, and they do some fun things with the concept of the main character is effectively talking to herself and understands the things that she would respond favorably to. Anyway, we'll go ahead and jump out into a portal and at least start this first mission here. I've scanned for potential dangers and you'll need to investigate them. Once we complete our reconnaissance, you'll be ready to go on a hunting mission to track down the cult. Just let me know which recon mission you're interested in going on first. So yeah, let's take on multiplying life signs. We can portal up to 6 of you. I'd recommend trying to bring a balanced group of members who can cover for each other's weaknesses. Alright. So yeah, let's see, we got... let's swap in Zane for... I think Leon there is going to be a decent tank, so yeah, we'll swap Zane in for Zeke. Actually, we'll move some stuff around. We'll put Claire up front. Just keep her in her armor form for now. Let's see. If I remember right, Zane's whole thing is kind of a high-risk, high-reward gameplay. He sort of does damage to himself with various skills, but does more damage to the enemy as he piles on his... take 50% less damage over time. Basically builds up stacks that can be consumed by other skills and does a ton of damage if managed properly. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Let's see. Leon seems, I think, pretty more straightforward. Guard strike, protect, chivalry, automatically protects weakest adjacent ally. Redirect 75% of damage. Yeah, you know what, we'll do that. We did get an encyclopedia that lets us raise someone's skills. We'll throw that on Lydia. Actually, wait, no. We'll throw that on Iana. Just a free terms after use attack. Yeah, this will use instead. Alright. Alright, everyone. Let's party. Select some reserves. Reserves will be standing by in case of a group member is lost or runs low on stamina. You're able to freely swap your party members with your reserves anytime you're out in conduit space. They will not lose stamina while in reserve. So yeah, good idea to have people in back. Looks like we can have just one. So yeah. Zeke, why don't you hop on in there? And presumably the other slots are things you can upgrade as you open up stuff in town. Items, or limited number of items you can portal. We only have supplies for one of each pack, so choose wisely. I suggest you bring at least a stimulant pod. Recover stamina when your teammates get tired. Sounds good. Available packs, yes. And tools pack, 2 different tools. And snacks to restore MP. Yeah, why not? You are correct, sir. It is a roguelite. So we'll be getting back out into it. So now you can see what the map looks like outside of tutorial. Watching scanners from my lab, I'll try to offer advice when I can. While you're out there, our rescued friends will also be helping by collecting what particles they can back here in town. Take special note of the portals I have labeled extreme danger. These strongholds are protecting valuable rewards like stim pods, so it's worth it to challenge them if you can. Even if you fail, you can always try again after training and some training and upgrades. Good luck out there. Alright, so yeah, we have a space-time distortion. We have a choice of what can affect us here. Let's see. Focus. Gain 50% more particles. Yeah, why not? Exactly, yeah. It's a roguelite structure, but combat takes place in essentially a combination of turn-based and active time battle, and they're very aware of how JRPGs usually work, but also the changes that have happened to the genre in the intervening years. So this is essentially a modern game that looks like something more familiar. So let's hop onto this point here. Oh, we got some drones. But yeah, it very effectively... Oh, about to face a mechanical enemy. Mechanical enemies are immune to poison and sleep damage, but take double, lightning damage. Certain skills or distortions can also apply extra damage to other effects to mechanical enemies. Check the descriptions. Got it. Okay. Let's see. Skill. Eagle Eye. Thank you, Ghana. Alright. Choose attributes to target ally. Go ahead. Alright. Leon. Keep your health up, brother. Ooh. Okay. Zane's turn. He overheats after every fire skill, taking damage over time. When down, he uses overheat to blow up enemies with combust. So yeah, let's see. Bolt, regenerates MP on hit, melt armor, increase based on target technique, flame jet. Yeah, here we go. Fire indeed hot. So yeah, you can see that the enemies are laying out a decent amount of hurt. So we should still be able to walk this, but it's not exactly a pushover. You can see they just stunned Claire. So, let's see. We'll transform to her armor, to Claire's armor form. That's a free action, so... Strike, decrease damage, drop kick, damage itself. Yeah, we'll punch this guy right here. Why not? It's Leon's turn. Projects adjacent enemies to build up honor stacks for a powerful joust attack. Done. Use action, redirect tech. So yeah, unlike our wrestler friend, Leon targets specific individuals to cover here. So let us have him cover Wenshow. That's also more or less a free action, so... Play into this guy right here. targets. Yeah, why not? Alright, now we can start laying into the enemy. So... lightning, here we go. That's it, get him, Wencho. See Zane starting to take more and more damage the more he uses his skills. The overheat stuff gives him his own tricks as well, but basically the more hurt he lays on, the more pain he's going to be in. So, let's see. Alright, one drone down. Not doing too bad here. Yeah, why not? Do a drop kick on this guy here. Alright. Two powers, enemies in line, charges over time. Nice! Yeah, because our knight friend here is taking enough damage, he can run enemies through with a heavy attack. Let's pick Zane up there. And let's see. Yeah, let's do Whirlwind again. Oh, no. Looks like the only thing he can reliably hit is that guy there, and that'd be kind of a waste, so just give him a punch. There we go. Quick shot, spin arrow. That is a good question. I don't know. I'll look into that after the. Actually, I don't think that's possible. I think that might have just been for story purposes. Because, yeah, I can see that being a fair bit to... It can throw... I see that throwing kind of a lot at the player to start with. But I do think they do a pretty good job of easing you into the various things and encouraging you to sort of experiment with the different abilities and different party loadouts. And for the most part, it hasn't seemed too overwhelming. Like I said, the fact that the game gives you time to make decisions... and that death, I believe, just sends you back to town to start the run again. You're sort of encouraged to get in there and play around with the various systems and come up with different parties that work best on your own. Alright, here we go. Next one. Victory, yeah.
Hey!
Thanks, Zero.
Oh!
What's HQ for? What are you talking about? Enlighten me, friend. Alright. Is there? Oh! Oh, it looks like it's just the shader quality. Let's take a look. Graphics options. I can see because you can see the difference in low through there, but I'll have to do a side-by-side comparison and see what the actual difference is. Honestly, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, Illinois Nazis, fantastic. That's exactly what we needed here. Yeah, you know what? Put renewal on Zane. is a bit of a problem, you see. Alright, Wencho, same deal. Get your Zen on. We want you at maximum peace before you break someone's head in. Alright, yeah. We'll claim jets. And we'll go after the Invoker. Free turn. Do it again. I think that is they take damage. If we deal damage to them, the party member they're linked to takes damage. Let's find out. Dark Bond. Yeah, 50% of damage taken by Brute C redirected to Uyana. So, gotta be careful about that. Let's see. Transform. Armor. Probably should set her to armor to start with. Yeah, the instability gauge goes up as the fight drags on, and I think it stays static. I think it stays... It doesn't reset after each encounter, but only at the end of the run. So basically, the longer you're out here doing your thing, the more damage each enemy does, and the more damage you do. Let's see, Guard Strike. She's kind of stuck there. Yeah, you know what? Reflect range damage. Alright. God damn, they're all... Yeah, they're all reflecting some damage onto others. Complicating things just a wee bit. Ooh. Target enemy and grant a free turn. Go for it. That's it. Fuck him up. I think that's it. They're trying to encourage you to keep up a steady pace as you proceed and incentivize being efficient in your runs. Like, you certainly can take your time and draw a fight out. Let's see. Which one here? Burning Fist, Frozen Kick. Can't quite reach him. That's a shame. Alright, we'll do the Whirlwind attack again. Yeah, it's not like the game explicitly punishes you for it. It's more that the danger of an individual encounter increases the longer you let it go on. So it's not a bad idea to finish enemies off as quickly as you can, but also because your MP regenerates after each encounter, you can use whatever skills you like and you're not punished for any particular tactical decision. Okay, alright, we're just gonna have to punch our way through the shared damage. Right, it's the FTL Rebel Fleet thing. It's the thing that's chasing you and encouraging you to keep moving. Alright. Doing alright on healing, actually. Not doing a lot of damage to us in spite of the linkage. So... Hey! Hit a poison. Nice. Damn it, Zane. Alright, so Claire's low on MP. That's starting to be an issue. Leon's taking a beating there, too. Let's see. Yeah, let's give him some heals there. It's like I said, there aren't a lot of what I would consider filler encounters in this game. There are some enemies that are easier to deal with than others, but they do a pretty good job of making enemies come at you in pretty balanced formations and making them sometimes potentially difficult to dislodge. And not in a way that seems unfair, but more that encourages you to understand what each enemy can do. And I think there is an enemy bestiary that goes into their abilities and warns you about what you might be facing. But yeah, you are absolutely encouraged to read the enemy's abilities, figure out what they can deal, figure out what they can throw at you, and work with your toolbox to come up with an effective counter. So Zane's actually got a pretty high stack there. I should probably do something about that. So yeah, it's very much in keeping with the roguelite style of individual encounters can still be a problem even if they're not necessarily the boss encounter. So transform. Skill. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Alright. Get Zane back on his feet there. Almost got him. Oof. You have seen better days, my friend. Ah, yes, that's his thing. When he reaches 0 health, he runs in there and detonates based on the number of stacks he's received. They'll bleed out in 3 turns, but you still have a chance to save them. You can revive them by using an item or revive skill. They'll also be automatically revived if you win the battle before the countdown ends. If the countdown reaches 0, they will die and be removed from your party for this mission. However, Claire cannot bleed out. As long as other heroes are alive, she will be revived if you win the battle. If all are downed at once, you lose the mission, keeping collected books and relics, but losing all particles collected during the current run. So yeah, because we won the fight, Zane just gets right back up. Alright, Leon actually completed a quest. Nice. So we get a few goodies here. Summons an automated drone that heals and revives allies. Supports a drone. Supports in various ways. And 15 particles. Got them space dollary dues. And this looks like a boss encounter right here. Well, it's a good thing he finished the enemy. It's a good way to make sure he doesn't get fired. Haha! Okay, you're about to face a beast enemy. Beasts become dangerous when they reach critical HP levels, doubling their speed and power. Certain skills or distortions may apply extra damage or other enemies to beast enemies. Check their descriptions for more info. Be very careful of death worms. They like to burrow underground and will pop up when you least expect it. If an ally goes down, they will not hesitate to devour them before they can recover. There's no coming back from that. Yeah, in rage mode, basically. So yeah, let's take a look. Attribute soft cap. Once a bonus, your attribute is greater than 100%. Additional increases will have less and less effect. Got it. So yeah, instantly die when bleeding out instead of bleeding out when down. Carapace, poison sting. So yeah, these guys are pretty nasty. These guys are pretty physically resilient. As for the worms, No buffs on them just yet, but they got some nasty tricks on them. So it looks like it's going to be a good idea to take out their human supports here, and then focus on the critters themselves. So, let's see if we can... Let's see if we can make some browns out of this hash. Oh boy. Alright. Renewal. Yeah, we're going to want that up front. Put that on Leon. Alright. Same deals. Entrance. Alright. Yep. Exactly. That is basically what we're dealing with here. Okay, yeah, we'll melt armor specifically on the Dominator so we can focus him down. Oof. Alright, he's going after Zane. It's not bad. There's some nice little tunes here and there. Sometimes the fights can run a little bit long. Let's see. Decrease damage taken by guard turn. Drop kick. Yeah, given the length of some of the fights, I can understand the tunes keep wearing on you a little bit, but I honestly think it's a pretty good selection of stuff. Later on, they get a little bit more catchy with some of them. Like, this is just a special encounter, but it's not like the boss of the zone. The actual boss music, I think, is kind of catchy in its own way. But anyway, yes. Let us protect Wensho. Can't. I probably should have put him in front of Zane, but what can you do? All right, skill, guard strike. Yeah, this particular fight theme. Oh, fuck. Alright, that's a little... Shit. Okay, nope. The worm got Zane. Damn it. Well. Okay, that's... situation not excellent, but what can you do? Alright. Yep. These fights aren't kidding around. You're definitely going to want to take them seriously and carefully consider what the enemy can do. So, let us cleanse Claire. God damn it. It's always a pain when you clear a debuff and the enemy just puts it right back on. Alright. Might be a good idea to use some time break abilities. So... we'll slow down the... Nah, you know what? We'll haste one of our guys. In fact, we'll haste, Wensho. Alright. Joust, we'll want to hang on to that. Actually, wait, no. Will that... Ooh, it does look like it hits... No. The height of that was throwing me off. Even though the worm is burrowed, you can see the icon hovering far up where its sprite would otherwise be. So, yeah, we'll do a guard strike on him for now. Oh boy. Damn. Alright, we're taking a beating there. Okay, Claire, you're gonna want to clear those poisons. Or, Lydia, I'm sorry. You're gonna want to clear the poison stacks off of Leon there. God damn it. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Alright, he's down. Good. Now, where's Eagle Eye? Next up, let us take out the Beast Rager here. Yeah, shoes on the other foot, ain't it, asshole? Alright. Nice shot. Okay, Claire, definitely heal yourself. Actually, you know, we'll use the medicine on her directly, and then we'll have someone throw down the healing drone there. Alright, now we'll use Joust. Take out the scorpions. They're a bit of an annoyance there. Alright. Stores 15, dispels 3, chakra, heal others, long-term delay. You know what? Yeah, why not? We'll do this. That'll free Lydia up to clear some poison again. Leon just can't help himself. Yeah, you would think the Beast would be a little bit irate about that. You're like, hey, the guy with the whip is down. You know what? I'm hungry. He's an easier meal. Let's go. Let's get a free snack in during the fight. All right. Claire, now I want you to throw down that med drone. Yay! All right. Give that scorpion a working over. So we got off to a bad foot with Zane going down early, but it seems like we've more or less got this a bit more under control now. Probably should have directly healed Clary, but I think we should be okay. But yeah, managing the flow and momentum of combat is very much a big deal, and frozen kick on the death worm there. Learning which targets to prioritize and figuring out ways to delay enemy attacks, direct them to less vulnerable party members. There's a major tactical element to this game that I quite like. They do a very smart job with the way they've set up different characters and let you build different parties. Here we go. Be careful. Space around you is starting to become unstable. Getting hit is going to start to hurt a lot more. Luckily, the same applies to your enemies on the other side. The longer you stick around, the more unstable space will become. So yeah, instability is going up. That's not great. But it does mean we should be going through these things a bit faster. Alright, actually, you know what? Damn it. Claire, you had one job. Alright, let's see. That thing's burrowed. Does it take less damage? Cannot be hit by attacks, deals large mechanical damage next turn. Right. Okay, so can't do shit to him. That's a shame. Alright, well, kick the shit out of this one. Alright, definitely heal Claire. Things are not looking good up front. Alright. Almost got him. Thank you, Healy Drone. Alright, one worm down. Get dicey, but we can do this. Ooh, Yana's down. Shit. Alright. Can we get her up? Yes, we can. Yeah, it was an item that Claire used. Very handy, that. Alright. Worm down. Now we just gotta worry about that there scorpion. Yay! We win. got through this minus Zane. Not easy, but again, because we bounced right back, you are encouraged to give it your all against a very dangerous fight. Oop. So the energy released in the battles triggered a time-space distortion, sec distortion effect. Okay. Enemies gain increased forward focus as well. Fire damage is decreased by 50%, converted into health. Yeah, why not? At least it's not a Cazador. Exactly, yeah. But I think that's a pretty good demonstration of the game, so we're going to go ahead and save and exit here. But yeah, I quite like this a lot. Like I said, it's doing a lot of interesting things with the roguelite formula and with the mechanics of JRPG combat. It's definitely more dense than you would expect, but also because it's not throwing random encounters at you, it can afford to be. It can make those individual fights more meaningful and better distinguish itself through a greater variety of characters, a variety of moves, and just the overall progression through the game, where you'll be moving from point to point and making decisions about which ones you want to deal with and which things you want to avoid. Yeah, exactly. It's a interesting combination of mechanics. I quite like it a lot. Miss, thanks so much for recommending this to me. I would definitely recommend this to others. And yeah, I like it a lot. Once I finish up with Void Bastards, I'm going to give this a proper run through and see how the rest of the game shakes out. But I like what it's doing so far, and I would give it a go. I would definitely recommend giving it a go. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Have a good night. No stream next Saturday. Unfortunately, as I said, I have a wedding to go to, so I'll be off that Saturday. I will see you all the following week to continue with Stray. Have a good night, and see you next time.